Equinox just sent over a giant package, all containing new stuff for Altered. So what we're going to be doing in this video, we're going to be diving in, unboxing this thing, and seeing what goodies we got. See at the table. So I ended up taking the box off the table because it was literally like this close to the camera. And so what we're going to be doing is we're just going to be grabbing some stuff, taking a look at it, and then experiencing one of the prettiest, if not the prettiest TCG in the market today, Altered. So first up, we've got some card binders. Oh my gosh, look at those colors. They just pop. I've learned not to talk while I'm doing the unboxing because then it gets really loud and annoying. The IP and everything around this is just so pretty, so vibrant. I love the idea. We'll look at probably some of, well, we will definitely look at cards and everything before this is over, but like just, I love the way that Altered looks. It's such a pretty game. This is a card binder. I think there's actually another card binder in there. So this is what they call, I thought this was funny, the casual album. This is the casual album. And then the premium zip up album does almost look like a faux leather type situation. Let's go ahead and break this bad boy open and see what's in there. Yeah, this is the faux leather. This is very similar to my unbranded, I don't even actually remember what they are. This feels very thick. This feels nice though. I love how professional it looks. We're gonna get this off the table. We're actually gonna zoom out the camera again in a second. But yeah, this is just really, it's a zip up binder, so it's really nice. And then we got the side loading pockets in here. So yeah, looks very good. Nice. We got some more room to work with now. This is pretty big. So these are the two side by side. Honestly, like, this is absolutely a higher quality of production. I think this looks better. For kind of what Altered, like the vibe that Altered has, this is what I think of. This looks very professional and it's very nice. Don't get me wrong. But I really like the way this looks. I think that this looks really fun, exciting, vibrant, happy, Altered. And then this is really nice. I'll probably still use this one just because it is a higher construction. But also these are side loading as well. I forgot to mention that. Got the premium adventure track. So in Altered, it's a head-to-head competitive TCG trading card game. And I am having the hardest time with the, oh, oops. Oh well. Well, that's probably not going back in the box ever. So it's a head-to-head competitive TCG, but it's not a I'm going to destroy you, right? It's not I'm attacking your life force or your base or anything like that. It's a race. And so you're effectively seeing who can build the most efficient engine to get their 2 tokens to meet. And actually let's grab some tokens. Here are some hero standees. Oh, they also come with their corresponding parts. So this looks absolutely stunning. I love the colors in this game. So these connect together. We're going to have probably somewhere in there different cards that fit in here, which are randomly distributed at the beginning of the game. And each one of those is going to have some sort of element marker on it, and that is kind of what you're battling against your opponents for. Actually, let me see if I can find some. I looked for as long as I wanted before I started opening more stuff. Now I want to do that all on screen. So when we find them, we'll revisit this and I can kind of showcase what all of this is. But we're going to take a look at some of these acrylic markers. Oh my gosh, look at this. This is so nice. Got some of the bases in there, so let me adhere some of these bases. But these acrylic markers, so you're going to have, so you're going to have the 2, and so you have your leader unit and then their familiar, and these 2 start on opposite ends of the track, and you're trying to get these to meet in the middle. And so with these acrylic tokens, these are all Gamegenic products as well. Equinox is supported by Asmodee, and so there's a partnership there with the Gamegenic product. But these look really good, very high quality, and so you can utilize whichever one you're playing for that. And we got, it looks like kind of a generic counter there. Take a look at our, oh, this is cool. So this feels very much like the SWU or Star Wars Unlimited deck box that they have. And so this is more of it's the altered version of that, and so that's really, really clever. Yeah, I like what they did with Swoo. I have a good number of them actually, but having the Game Genic kind of backing to the game is really allowing them to create some really fun accessories. This is that same kind of faux leather type feel as the binder. It's the same. This has to be the same material. This is very, very similar. You have some like, I do like how this is kind of cohesive. This is pretty nice. Let's see how they did this because I have not actually seen this. So same magnetic lid. Oh, that's really cool. So this like kind of folds out. That's magnetic there. That's magnetic right there. And then you have your token box that you can put in here. So any of your tokens can go in here, slide in, and it feels like your deck goes right there. You can pop that out. I wonder what the window is supposed to... Oh, that's not how you show the camera. I wonder what this window is supposed to be. And I threw away the box. Oh... It has a you can put your yep. So your leader unit kind of goes here, and then it can showcase. I'm gonna find something. I wonder what's in this box. I'm hoping that there's some cards in here. Oh my gosh! Look at that. Yes. Well, there are the starter decks. So there are 6 different starter decks. Let's take a look at the Bravo starting deck. I have him as a promo card from 2023, I believe. And so we're going to pop this open. And one of the cool things about Altered is that each card has a QR code where you can own that card digitally. And so that is how the game works. That's one of the main kind of, I don't want to call it a shtick, but it's kind of one of the main things that's going on in Altered. Yeah, so here you can scan ownership of the cards and get those cards in the app, and then you can print your cards on demand from anywhere. I've already scanned this by the time it's posted, so don't try and scan it. But that's gonna be kind of fun for some new or for some pack openings and everything, making sure that I scan everything before I open. That was one of, if not the hardest shrink wrapped piece of cards that I've ever gotten out of there. Alrighty, so here's what I was talking about, all of the QR codes. So you scan this using your app, you maintain digital ownership of the cards. They're coming out with like a market, so you can do all your trading and selling inside the app, but you'd never have to send the physical card. So if I sold or traded this card to you, I would transfer digital ownership, and then you can print on demand. And then this card is no longer tournament legal for my deck. You have to prove ownership of your card in your deck, which is pretty cool. There's a rare foiler, which is pretty cool. So you can, this is a way that you apply foil. So there is no foil cards in Altered. What you do is you scan this, and you're going to apply the foil effect to a card in your collection, and then you can have the foil card printed and sent to you. So this is a really cool way to kind of do that. Oh, perfect. Here are the land pieces. Hero Companion. So put that out there. And then we got Kojo and Bruda. So this goes right here. Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah, that's really, really cool. I like it when the accessories know the game and work with the game developers to build products that work really well for the game, right? So this is really clever. You don't have to open to see what deck this is. You can open this. You have all your tokens there at that point. Your hero there as well. But let's look at this. So the way that the game is played is you're going to have a hero side and a companion side. And so your hero and your companion will start here. Hero will start here. These 3 cards are going to be the same. These get shuffled up at the beginning of the game. Oh, that's a pretty bad. They get placed here. So whenever you move on to the next card, you will flip it, and you're now in this. So if my opponent was here, I was here. I'm going to lay these down because that makes more sense on a top-down camera. I would be battling in water. So if my cards exceed the value of water. So here are the 3 element types. So this would be a 4 power, 2 power in like the brown, and then blue gets a 4 power here. If I'm playing and I'm playing on 2 sides of the table, very similar to Star Wars, where you have 2 different arenas. If I'm playing on the right, I'm playing to my hero side. If I'm playing to my left, I'm playing on my companion side. And so I would look here, and then we would compare everything across the table. That's a bad example. Let me do... because you're going to have multiple out there. If you had this. So if this is what we were comparing, we would take a look at the total value of whatever you're competing in. And so this player here can compete in any of the different land types. And so if they win in any of the grass, the mountain, or the water, they get to progress. And if you look here, they have 5 in their grass. To my 4, they would get to move forward. Then I'm only in water here, and you only will ever move 1 time during a phase. So I'm only in water here. I would take my 4 to a 1, 2, 3, the sum total of the water here. I do pass, or I have a greater value, so I will move there into here. And now I'm competing in the grass and the mountains. And then the goal is to have these 2 meet. You can have them meet all the way over on one side, but as soon as they enter the same region, you win the game. And so it's kind of a race rather than I'm going to take your guys out. And there's a lot of other really cool mechanics about this game where like you have your from hand cost, and then at the first time that they leave play, they go into like this memory bank, and you can play them from memory here. And so they're face up on the table. So you get this like kind of double use out of some of your cards. Sometimes the hand cost less. In this case, is true. Sometimes it's the same, like in this Haven Warrior. And then sometimes there are factions where the memory cost is actually less than that of the from hand cost. And so there's just so many levers that they can pull from like a deck building or a design perspective. It's really, really fun. You also have like frame break cards. And so this physical training, the spell here is kind of a frame break. And then there are going to be altered cards, which is the namesake of the game, right? Altered cards are 1-of-1 cards. They're algorithmically generated 1-of-1 cards, and so you're the only person in the world who is going to have that. I believe it's a 1 in 8 drop rate. It's about the same as a legendary in Champions and in SWU. And so I'm gonna see if there's So there are like really cool like mechanics and stuff like that, but they're all like balanced through the algorithm. And then there's like a certain number that you can have. I think it's 3 in deck building. Cool stuff. Let's dive back in and see what else we got. So this is big. This is the Card Layer Pro 1000. But the altered version of this. But I actually have one of these non-branded versions. I keep all my Star Wars stuff in it. I have like a gray and red version of it, and I love it. It's amazing. I have a couple of these different card carrying devices, and this one is my like favorite to travel with. So if I'm going to a convention, I will take this exact style. But let's pop this open and see how they've done with the altered branding. So that looks really clean. Again, the same kind of material that you've seen on the binder as well as the cards here. But what's really cool is when you pop this guy open, the top is a magnetic detachable lid, so you can pull that directly off. Ooh, and you got a gold foil right there with the altered. That's very, very clean. You have here, what I like about this is that a playmat will fit in here. And actually, you know what, let's go ahead and dive in and take a look at that, because there is a playmat. Let's look at the altered playmat, and then, well, actually, even if it's not unboxed, it fits right in there. But what I do is I actually have one of the GameGenic, I think it's a GameGenic tube that I put my playmat in. I don't think that that's super necessary. I did think that it would be when I initially bought it, which is why I have it. But this playmat can fit right in here, which is why it's this is the box that I do really like to travel with, because it can carry my playmat as well. But look at that playmat. Oh, that's pretty. Look at those colors. That's really nice. But you can see where you have your left and right expeditions and your reserve. Your mana goes down here. So coil that right back up and put it in there. cards then can go in here. Cards can also go into this side of it. You got tokens, and then this is a door where you can open, and you have more token drawers in here. This color, I do really like the brown color. The brown color is starting to grow on me. And I think it makes a lot more sense to do this type of thing in the brown, the khaki, versus kind of the artistic version of everything. So, oh, that's really, really nice. I like that. Another playmat for 2 players. This is the same playmat, so we'll just leave that in the box. We got more of the hero standees. So it looks like all of the hero standees for whichever hero you are playing are all in here. And then these actually look like they are the different factions. So there you go. Those are the factions. I am kind of curious where I will land in what factions I prefer. I'm kind of excited to see what that entails. We got a soft box, which is very similar to what we've seen with like Star Wars Unlimited. I'm curious if this will be kind of the same thing if you do like a pre-release event. But this is like a plastic type box with the art on it. But when you open this, you have a room for your deck, and here's another box for your tokens. So this is a token box. This goes right in here again. These are all gamegenic. That slides in, and then your deck can go right in here, and then you have a portable box. This can also, I think, actually fit in, and actually I'm kind of curious if the deck box fits in here as well. So it does fit in. If this comes out, I bet yeah, okay, so this actually fits in here without that divider. And then this also fits. And so I think I'll probably go that route without the divider. Oh, that's kind of all screen. But that fits in right there. Ooh, I do like that. Oh, and then it's really nice. You can kind of see when you open, if you had multiple of these, you could see which deck you are actually kind of grabbing because of the little window right there. That's really, really clean. I like that. I've been very impressed with these sleeves that gamegenic has been putting out. It looks like there's sleeves for each one of the different starter deck heroes, and then also the generic back of a normal card sleeve. This is what the back of a sleeve back of a card looks like. So I've been really impressed. I think that the gamegenic art sleeves are very high quality. I've been using them a lot with Star Wars Unlimited, and I will definitely be using them to probably sleeve up the starter decks, because now that I have the starter decks, I'm going to be keeping those as kind of a trial into the game, because I think that this is a very approachable TCG. It's not simple. It's fairly complex. If you understand and know card games, it's going to be really easy to pick up. But I also think that it's more of a board game TCG than anything else I've played. It's very gamified. And so, like, you know, you're doing this. It has a lot of different mechanics working together that makes it feel like a board game, which I think is very approachable for a lot of players. And so I'll probably keep these starter decks sleeved so that I can grab and play to try and introduce people to the game. And then these are really nice. I like the just standard back sleeves as well. I'm also kind of curious. Let me know in the comments, from an art perspective, which one of these is your favorite? I really like this style, like the paladin kind of feel. I also really like the flames and the lines in this guy. It's just also good. It's just also so good. Then we've got the premium token markers. So these are, I think, you know, like we got some tokens in the starter decks and everything that you can play with. These are just going to be acrylic versions of them where, like, so this is like a stat boost, right? So you can, there are going to be things that give you stat boost, spoiler alert. And then, like, this is an anchor, which deals with fleeting, or it deals with the memory, where we were talking about going to your reserve and everything. But yeah, these are just nice. These are pretty thick, actually. Like, let me see if I can get the camera to focus. These are decently, like, thick, and yeah, the colors look really good. I like them a lot. There's a first player token that's nice. So yeah, no, really good. I like the premium tokens here. Probably, I mean, if you're playing the game, it's definitely worth the upgrade from the paper components for the premium feel. You're just I mean, you're going to be using these every single game, and so I would invest in those. And then, last but not least, we've got cards. So we got a Beyond the Gates, which is the set 1 booster. The booster boxes do come with 36 booster packs, which is insane. I'm so used to 24 with SWU and Lurkana and stuff. So 36 booster packs is really exciting. We're going to break this open. We're going to do an opening or 2 or 3. Who knows? We're going to open until... we're going to open a couple. And... I now know how to open these guys. So this goes here. That pops in right there. And there you go. There's your altered booster display right there. It does look like they all have the same kind of giant sky whale as the cover. And it's very reflective, which is kind of fun. Can you see the camera? Yeah, there you go. That's kind of fun. Let's open some. And again, these will all be scanned before the video is posted, so don't go try and scan in these. Maybe I'll leave one. That'd be kind of... Nah, that'd be dumb. Ooh, look at that. I love the art on this. So this is one of our heroes, right? So I think everything has a hero slot. Or every single pack has a hero slot. I can guarantee that in just a few more minutes when I open a couple more. But you have... your landmarks, which are kind of like your permanent, if you're very familiar with like champions, like your upgrades or supports. Reserve is where after someone leaves play for the first time, they're going to go to your reserve and you can pull them back in. At that point, they're fleeting. So if they do leave, when they leave play again, they will go to the discard pile. Oh, I played this guy. I actually played this guy at Gen Con, and I was struggling with that. Oh, look, the cloth cocoon. That's such a... It's so fun opening like a pack for the first time. It's really cool. Actually, this will be the pack that I try and showcase the app and show you how you can scan everything in. We got the cloth harvest. Actually, I'm gonna spread these out so I can get ready to scan them in. Baku. The art is so phenomenal. I also really like this faction where it's kind of like the mechanized like faction, more steampunk-esque area. That's gonna be cool. Ooh, look at that. The Tooth Fairy. So this is whenever you play it from your hand, you can discard one target card from a reserve. So if somebody has a card in the reserve, you can kind of like snipe it, get rid of it. But that's only when you play it from your hand. And then the difference here is it looks like it's costed less down there. So when you're playing it from your reserve, it only costs 1. Paint Prison. The art is so nice. Brassburg Hive. Oof. So this is one of the permanent landmarks that I was talking about. So whenever you play this, it's out for the rest of the game unless someone destroys it, right? And then as an action, you can create a 2/2/2 robot token in an expedition. And so you're just kind of throwing out more units, which is pretty mean. And then you've got that token. So this is a token character. So I'm going to get my app set up, and then we're going to come back. We're going to scan these so I can show you how that works. So this is kind of exciting. I'm doing this not live, but like the first time I've ever scanned a pack. I've scanned individual cards before. But the first time I've ever scanned a pack, we're going to do it together. So you're going to come to the app here. Up here, you're going to come down. You're going to hit scan cards. And just like this, you should be able to... Yep, there you go. And you're just going to go... Okay, so you have to sit on them for a little bit. Just like a second, though. Boom, boom. Just like that. That's 13, so 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13. You're going to add to the collection. And just like that, new cards are added to the collection. And then you can go to your collection to take a look at them. So a Foundry Engineer, it's going to tell you how many of them you have, and then also when you can trade and everything. That's all just done right there in the app, as well as the deck builder and everything. So pretty cool stuff. That was very, very simple. Let's open some more stuff. Because opening cards is fun. The nice thing about the print and on demand and everything is like you don't really have to worry about like mint conditions if something is destroyed. I think they said like worst case scenario it's $1 to print the card again. So like worst case scenario, you're just doing that. So we got here Alphonse. So whenever you play a spell, a target character you control gains 1 boost, which is pretty cool. The boost is a +1/+1/+1 to their stat line. Lyra, the Scald. Beauty Sleep, the Council. Yeah, I think I really like this faction's kind of vibe and art direction that they went with. I really like that. That's also really cool though. Ah, oh, the art is so nice. Oh, that's a Venusaur. That's really fun. I do. Oh my gosh, yeah, the Venusaur is really cool. Or the Verdant back, I should say. That big green. There's Mulan. So that's pretty cool. That's Mulan's character in the game. Ooh. That's one of those landmarks. The next spell you play this turn is free. If you play it from your hand, it loses fleeting. So that's pretty cool. The Monolith. Oh, and a foiler. So now this is going to be something that I can scan and apply foil treatment to something in the app. I'm going to scan it. I may not apply foil because knowing me and my personality, what's going to happen is I'm going to end up with like 500 of those and never decide on what I want to foil. So that's just going to happen. Okay, got those scanned in. Let's open one more. Then I really enjoy the shorts, and so we may do one more. There are 36 boosters. We'll do 2 more. We're gonna open 2 more, and then we're probably gonna switch to shorts for the rest of the openings. So that's a cool, the Ortis Hero, whenever you create a token character, it gains 1 boost, which again, there's that +1/+1/+1. So if you're creating tokens, which a lot of the landmarks can do, that's pretty cool. Oh, hey, we have that one. The Kraken. Kraken looks mean. I like it. Spycraft. Oh, here's one of them that I mentioned it earlier in the video. We've probably seen a couple where the from hand cost is greater than from reserve cost. So the Ortis Spy, you can play them for 3 from your hand. Whenever they leave play, they go to your reserve, and then you can play them for 2 from your reserve. You get another option there, or another like use out of them there. There are also ways in cards that you can put cards directly into your reserve to trigger some of those abilities, because there's also abilities that only trigger from playing from your reserve. 3 Little Pigs. This is one of my favorite cards actually, just from like a theme perspective. Got Atlas, Gigantic, the Axiom Salvager. Woo, good stuff. There's Robin Hood. Card your opponent's play costs 1 more. That's so mean. Mana Channeling. And a unique foiler. Look at that. So that's really cool. So now I have a common foiler and a unique foiler, and again, I probably will never spend them. Right? Let's see if I can find a unique. I don't think I've opened one yet. Yeah, I have not. I have not quite opened one yet, but we will soon. We will soon. There's going to be a unique in this one. I can feel it. I can feel it. We're going to get a unique card. It's going to be awesome. And so the rarity is up here on the top. So yeah, the white is common, the blue is rare, and then the gold is unique. So this unique foiler here has that gold. And so that is how you can denotate the uniqueness of it. So we got Sierra and Oddball. When you play a permanent with hand cost 3 or more, you can exhaust this card. And this is just sitting on the table to create a 2/2 robot token. Loki. Hey, look at that. It's Loki. That's fun. Loki costs 5 to play from the reserve and 7 from hand. Interesting. Oh, it's such a pretty game. Monolith Archivist. Off you go. Baba Yaga. Feels like I should, like, because I'm so used to doing, like, cards like this, because the rarity is typically printed down here at the bottom. I feel, maybe should I, like, slide them down? I don't know, that feels weird. Oh, there's Amelia Earhart. Tiny Jin. So here's one of our rares. The Frog Prince. Frog Prince is a 1/1 drop. 2/02. Bravos Vanguard. Flamel. Is that Nicholas Flamel? And a token character. Companion. Alrighty, my friends. One more. One more. And if we don't have a unique in there, then we will we'll find it in, I guess we did get the unique foiler, so that is pretty cool. We will find it in the shorts. We're going to dig deep into the box for this one, though. There we go. This is it. This is the perfect pack. This is going to have everything that we want in it. Lindy Way and Maw. Create a Maw companion token in your companion expedition. When you sacrifice a character, it gains 2 boost. This action costs 1 more if you're not the first player. Interesting. Oh, is that Dorothy? Ha, nice. Achilles. There you go. There's one of our rares. The Axiom Scrambler, another rare. Woo! We did it. Ha, that's sick. Alrighty, so this is one of our unique cards. The Overseer. Oh my gosh. Very, 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 very cool to be able to actually draw one of these. So yeah, this is a 1/1. This is mine and mine alone once I scan this into the app. And so it's kind of cool because it's going to create like some really interesting metas around in the competitive space. And so there you go. Yeah, the Assembly Overseer. So if you control a token, robots you control other than me gain 1 boost. It's a 2-drop. Nice, that's cool. And then you can trash this from your reserve. I believe that is the iconography there. To activate the action trigger of a permanent you control. That's really cool. Then we got another Boda. There you go. That's really cool. I'm going to scan these. It is kind of cool that it will tell you how many new cards are in the collection and everything like that. So that's a lot. There's a lot of stuff in this box. I'm very excited for this game. I think it's going to be really, really solid. There are ways to trial it online on Board Game Arena. You can go and trial this game online today if you want to just see if you like it. And definitely go do that. But yeah, this is a really exciting time. I know Kickstarters have already been delivered. I got some Kickstarter stuff over there. Then I got this box, and so we cracked it open. But thank you all so very much for watching. I appreciate you spending the time. And let me know if you have any questions about Altered. And I do want to thank Equinox and the Altered team for sending out the content creator box. We really do appreciate it. Thank you for letting us take a look at it and show it off. This is awesome. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time. Peace.